Tonight, Miss Potier is going to read the book Martina, the Beautiful Cockroach. This is written by Carmen Agra. She's one of my most favorite children's books authors ever. She writes some very good books. One of my favorites that she wrote is called The Library Dragon, and when I get my hands on that one, I will read it to you guys. So tonight, listen up and decide what you think of Martina, the Beautiful Cockroach. Martina Josefina Catalina Cucaracha was a beautiful cockroach. She lived in a cozy street lamp in Old Havana, which is in Cuba, with her big, lovable family. Now that Martina was 21 days old, she was ready to give her leg in marriage. The Cucaracha household was crawling with excitement. Every señora in the family had something to offer. Tia Cucha gave una pineta a seashell comb. Mama gave her una mantilla, a lace shawl. But Abuela, her Cuban grandmother, gave un consejo increíble, some shocking advice. You want me to do what? Martina was surprised. You are a beautiful cockroach, said Abuela. Finding husbands to choose from will be easy. Picking the right one? Not so easy. It could be tricky. But, stammered Martina, how will spilling coffee on a suitor's shoes help me find a good husband? Her grandmother smiled. It will make him angry. Then you will know how he will speak to you when he loses his temper. Trust me, Martina, the coffee test never fails. But Martina, she was not so sure. Coffee? She's spilling coffee? Ay vey. Meanwhile, Papa sent El Perico, the parrot, to spread the word. Soon all of Havana, from the busy sidewalks of El Prado to El Morro Castle, was abuzz with the news. Martina, the beautiful cockroach, was ready to choose a husband. As was the custom, Martina would greet her suitors from the balcony under her family's many watchful eyes. Daintily, she sat down and crossed her legs, and crossed her legs, and crossed her legs. She did not have to wait very long. Don Gallo, the rooster, strutted up first. Martina tried not to stare at his splendid shoes. Keeping one eye on his reflection, Don Gallo greeted her with a sweeping bow. Caramba! You really are a beautiful cockroach. I will look even more fabulous with you under my wing. With that, he leaned forward and he crooned. Martina Josefina Catalina Cucaracha, beautiful muchacha, will you be my wife? Martina hesitated for only an instant. Coffee, senor? Right on cue, Abuela appeared, and with a quick glance at her grandmother, Martina nervously splattered coffee onto the rooster's spotless shoes. Oh my, she said with mock dismay. I'm all feelers today. Ayah! The rooster was furious. You clumsy cockroach. I will teach you better manners when you are my wife. Martina was stunned. The coffee test had worked. A most humble apology, senor, she said coolly, but I cannot accept. You are much too cocky for me. Don Cerdo the pig hoofed up next. His smell would cause the little hairs in Martina's nose to curl. Whew! What an unimaginable scent, Martina wheezed. Is it some new pig cologne? Oh no, senorita. It's the sweet aroma of my pigsty. Rotten eggs, turnip peels, stinky cheese. Don Cerdo licked his chops and sang, Martina, Josefina, Catalina, Cucaracha, beautiful muchacha. Will you be my wife? Martina had already left in search of some coffee. She wasted no time with the pig. Ugh! Squealed Don Cerdo as he dabbed at the coffee on his shoes. What a tragedy for my poor loafers. He really is quite a ham, said Martina. Calm yourself, senor. I'll clean them for you. I'll say you will, he snorted. When you are my wife, there will be no end to the cleaning up that you will do. Martina rolled her eyes in disbelief. A most charming offer, senor, she said dryly, but I must decline. You're much too boorish for me. The coffee test had saved her from yet another unsuitable suitor. The pig was scarcely out of sight when Don Lagarto, the lizard, had crept up over the railing, and his oily fingers had brushed the little cockroach's lovely mantilla. You shouldn't sneak up on a lady like that. I don't sneak, I creep, he said, circling Martina. For some reason, this fellow really bugged her. I've had enough of creeps today, Martina said. Adios. But I need your wait. The lizard fell on one scaly knee and warbled. Martina, Lucifina, Catalina, Cucaracha, beautiful muchacha. Will you be my wife? Martina sighed. Let me see if there's any coffee left. This time, she wasn't taking any chances. Martina returned with 2 cups of coffee for the lizard. He spat. Don Lagarto was livid. He was angry. He changed colors 3 times before he finally found his true color. And to think, he hissed, I was going to marry you. Martina stared at the lizard. You could have heard a breadcrumb drop. Food for thought, senor, Martina said icily. But I must refuse. You are much too cold-blooded for me. When her grandmother returned to collect the day's coffee cups, Martina was still fuming. I'm going inside, abuela. So soon? See, I am afraid of who I might meet next. So abuela drew Martina to the railing and pointed to the garden below. What about him? Martina looked down at the tiny brown mouse, and her cockroach heart began to beat a little faster. Oh, abuela, he's adorable. Where has he been? Right here the whole time. What do I do? Go talk to him and just be yourself. Martina handed abuela her peineta and mantilla and scuttled down to the garden, and the little mouse was waiting. Hola. Hello. His voice was like warm honey. My name is Perez. Hola, she said shyly. I'm Martina, the beautiful cockroach, he finished for her. You think I'm beautiful? The little mouse turned pink under his fur. Well, my eyes are rather weak, but I have excellent ears. I know you are strong and good, Martina, Josefina, Catalina, Cucaracha. And then he squinted sweetly. Who cares if you're beautiful? Abuela, came to the door and said, Martina, don't forget the coffee. No, thought Martina, no coffee for Perez. Martina, Josefina, Catalina, Cucaracha. Si, abuela. Martina knew better than to argue with her Cuban grandmother. So with a heavy heart, she reached for the cup. But Perez got there first. Quick as a mouse, he splashed Café Cubano on Martina's shoes. Now the coffee was on the other foot. Martina was too delighted to be angry. She at last had found her perfect match. But she had to ask, how did you know about the coffee test? Perez grinned. Well, mi amor, my love. I, too, have a Cuban grandmother. I hope you enjoyed that. That is Martina, the beautiful cockroach. Have a good evening, guys.